What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the Christian Kuntz Podcast, Season 1, Episode 19. I'm here with all the boys today, Vinny, Trey, and Jesse behind the boards. No special guest today. We're just going to kick it. We're going to talk about a recap of the Ravens game, heading into a short week against Cleveland. I know you boys got questions. I don't know if you were at the game on Sunday, but the atmosphere was lit. We'll clap it up for that.
First of all, I was clapping up for Christian. He was on the field more than anybody else.
I played a lot.
Another 6 field goal game.
Crazy.
We're broke over here. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, we're killing the pavement. We're killing the pavement crew.
You're destroying
Dude,
our pockets.
I love when every time we're playing, they announce Larry Richard announces every field goal made by the Pittsburgh Steelers, the pavement group donates $500. Yeah. Dude, that's 6 field goals. I'm like, Brian's gonna kill us.
Bro, I'm sitting right next to Brian, and Brian's just looking at me, and I'm just like, yeah. He was like, last year, what was it, 23,000? This year, we're already at 17.
Bro, we have a lot of field goals this year.
Oh, yeah.
He has the most 6 field goal games in NFL history.
That's
I feel
crazy.
by, like, 2 is the next highest, and he has 4. So, like...
Yeah, I was trying to think. I remember Kansas City 2015, the wild card game, I think it was. He had 6. They won 18.
Oh, we got
a moth in here. We got a moth in here.
You got the stinker as a guest.
All right, if one of us get it during the episode,
yeah, that'll be a
bonus. Frog.
That's our guest today.
But no, that the game was crazy as always. But the city's alive and well. I feel bad for Pitt. Pitt played tough.
Man,
that sucks. Duquesne won. Duquesne won a share of the NEC title. I went to the game Saturday. They play this Saturday against Central Connecticut State. Shout out to my Dukes. If they win, automatic bid in the SCS playoffs.
let's go.
Damn.
So I feel like City of Pittsburgh football is still doing pretty good.
It is.
I do. The Pitt thing killed me, though. Like, you want your defense on the field at the end of the game.
To finish the game.
Were they in 0? They were in 0, and everyone's back was turned.
Yeah. And it's either when you're in 0, bro, it's such a tough time, bro, because the safeties are focused on the slots and they run a corner. They run anything that's a corner or a post. They're no longer paying attention to the run.
They're gone.
And you know what I mean? And the quarterback having that much athleticism, nobody expected that from him, but he did well. You got to give credit where it's due.
They played tough, though. I mean, they're still battling. They play Louisville this week.
It's going to be a tough one.
That's another tough one.
Is that away?
Yeah.
I believe it's away, yeah. It's another tough one. They end the season with 2 away games.
In Louisville.
Yeah, it's a tough place to play.
Yeah.
Did you see our boy, a bunch of our boys, Peyton Wilson? How about Peyton's pick?
Oh, come on, man.
Dude.
Like, give it up for him. Dude, that was a play, dude.
That was crazy.
Well, it's kind of funny that it happened on that because they talked about that in meetings, and I know like a bunch of the post-game interviews showed like TJ was talking about that. Like TJ's like, how about Peyton Wilson? Like we talked about that rail route all week,
right?
And like Mike T put that on, and the running back 43, like he runs that route. He runs that route like, and he gets dudes on it because he's fast, he's athletic, and Lamar just floats it up, and Peyton flies. Like, dude, his angle on that, like, it didn't look good, and then he just turned the jets on, put his hand through, and like.
Did you see the side-by-side with him, Devin Bush?
Him and D. Bush. D. Bush had similar on Mark Andrews, middle of the field.
Yep, same team, same everything.
Yeah. What's crazy is the fact that I got a lot of respect for Peyton for one reason, and one specific reason. He's a real teamer. Like, because, like, he wants to do it right. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, certain guys, like, they could care less or they're just trying to get paid. Like, no, like, you could tell he wants to do everything right 100%. To make sure that the team wins, and I like that.
Yeah, and he's just out there running through, like, literally running through.
He's crazy.
Yeah.
He's crazy.
Yeah, and then PQ had a big game. I mean, I think he had his best game as a Steeler. I'm not really sure, like, if he was fitting right or whatever, but from the stat sheet, like, his forced fumble, Herb's forced fumble on the first drive. Like, people don't realize when you're chasing the ball down from the backside, like, those guys work on tackling while punching the ball out. So, like, for him to reach his arm around and, like, hold his left arm down so he can't protect it with 2 and come down on that is like a –
it's crazy.
It's just like that shit's, like, crazy, dude. These guys – it's so hard to make a tackle in the first place, let alone fucking punch the ball out. Like,
Can I ask you a question, though? I'm kind of mad at you right now.
Why?
because I was expecting you to run to the end zone with Peyton.
I know.
And I'm sitting there on the sideline, like I'm in the stands.
I know.
I'm watching the game. I'm looking at you like this. Like, are you gonna run,
dude? Well, I threw my helmet on, so my helmet was like when it happened. I was like standing up watching, and I went back and looked at the bench, and my helmet was on the thing behind the bench. I just put it on, and I went and put my helmet on, but by that time they were already down there, and I was like, I'm not gonna be late. Like running in there, but I thought about running in there. I wanted
in there, Bobby Boucher'd everybody,
tackled everybody. I wanted to bad, but
yeah, I wanted to ask real quick, what was PQ like? So I heard a little. So shout out to Sean Elliott. He was like on some podcast, but he was talking about
Humphrey. He was on Marlon Humphreys.
Yeah, okay, that's what it was. So he was talking about like what this game means to PQ, and like I just want to know like what was it like energy like for PQ in this? Because like it was actually kind of funny seeing him like being like finally with the he was putting shade out there a little bit to the Ravens, which I love it just because I think it fuels the fire, and for him to go from the Ravens to the Steelers, like, so was he like leading anything, like was he kind of taking charge that week?
Like I definitely think it was personal for him.
Yeah.
Like he
good.
Excuse me. He clearly came out and said like they didn't even talk to him after. They didn't even offer him anything. So, like, they just straight up let him walk right to Pittsburgh, which is
disrespectful.
Yeah, it's a slap in the face. So, it was definitely personal, and I was, like, looking at PQ, his body language, like, what's this dude about to do today?
That's what
like,
I wanted to see.
And he went out and balled.
Oh, he let it know.
But,
I
like,
saw someone said that, like, that you already have the picture framed in the facility.
Oh,
Is
yeah.
that true?
It was already up. His strip was already. The strip was crazy. He like made the tackle, and then as he's going down,
He muscled him.
ripped the ball out,
it.
and
He
then
muscled
recovered it.
Yeah, bro.
Yes.
He muscled him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then his hit in the middle of the field. I don't know who he hit. Rashard Bateman, maybe. Bro, like
Crushed
just
him.
smack.
Yeah.
How good does that feel?
I also saw a
like,
clip of him like running straight down the seam, like just stride for stride with someone. Like,
Yeah.
dude, he's an unbelievable player.
Yeah,
Right.
he's really good, and I'm like Mike T said, I'm glad he's on our team.
Yeah,
Facts.
didn't he? I heard also Mike T was like, "All right, welcome home then," or something like that, because they let him walk, obviously, which is it just goes to show the league is a business, right? Which I get it. I think we all do at this point, but like for them to be like, "Oh yeah, Patrick Queen, like go ahead and walk," like how old is he? He's young. He's a Pro Bowler. Like, what do we now? So of course I'm happy he's here too. But I heard Mike T was like, "Yeah, welcome home, bud."
Him and Mike T. Like we had Chris Wormley. I don't know if you guys remember Worm. Worm came from Baltimore, and
He just got signed there again,
he's
right?
back on Baltimore now. But when he was in Pittsburgh, like Mike T would always like make petty little jokes like, they let you go. Like, they didn't want you. And it was ironic. Like, Worm had his best game. Like, I think he had 2 sacks against Baltimore at our place.
Yeah,
and
he's doing that for a reason.
Yeah, and then he was just, throwing some petty shade at PQ and Deshaun all week. Like, what are you two going to do? And both of those dudes balled out. And, like, every tackle they made,
they made it known.
Yeah, they were looking over at their sideline like,
Yeah,
what's up
now?
Yeah, what's up?
Now? I love that.
I love that.
That made me, honestly, I was so excited to see you guys fighting on the field. That made me feel so good. Like, I was like, this is a real rivalry. By the way, I was up there.
Good.
I mean? I was turned. I was in the game. I wasn't shirtless, but I was in the game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But when that Renegade played, bro, I don't know if I've been to a game where I felt that much energy. Like, it's different when it's a Ravens game. Right. I genuinely believe it.
Yeah. It was chippy, bro. Like I've been seeing the clips on Twitter, whatever the hell we call it now. But I've been seeing the clips of like our O linemen getting after their ass. Like everybody like fighting. Boz was in a little scuffle.
Yeah,
I was in a little scuffle.
I seen you discuss.
Yeah, it wasn't like I was more
what
trying.
You saying? What you saying in there?
How
Like,
did
are you
that
barking at him?
Yeah, a little bit. What you saying? Shut up. I don't know what
You stink.
Yeah. Honestly, I try to keep like my first 3 years. I was like heavy on like a ton of shit talking, and then I realized like, bro, my head's between my legs. Like
during the business decision.
So I'm gonna like maybe tone it down to kind of save myself. But there was just an issue. Like they went to block the kick. Obviously, the guy gave great effort. I think it was their corner Wiggins, and he ended up by Boz's feet. And we're not Pat didn't take exception to it, pushed him a little. Then a guy came in and maybe gave Boz a little push. It's just all pushing and shoving. It's just football
nice,
shit.
though.
Yeah.
You ever see the clip from like Jack Lambert in the Super Bowl where like Steelers miss a kick and then someone's like saying something to the kicker and Lambert just slams?
That's what you got to do. I want to see that energy, dude.
His body slam.
Let's go.
Yeah. I have seen that clip. That's amazing. He probably didn't get a penalty for that.
No,
Nothing.
They probably got a raise.
Like,
Yeah, he got a raise for that.
There's two things I want to talk to you though about Christian. The first one I want to talk about is what's up with your man McCormick blocking somebody, boxing him out. I ain't never seen that before. That was cool as shit.
Hey,
that was cool as shit.
I mean, the guy put a spin move on him,
And he just held it down.
I don't know, whatever by any means necessary. Yeah, like.
And then the second one. So I was watching the Packers versus Chicago, and the snapper got destroyed.
Yeah, I want you to talk on that.
That's a new rule. They could do that where they could take one guy, put another guy. Like,
sure not, dude.
Yeah,
Definitely not. It's definitely illegal.
Yeah.
And bro, they miss so many of those calls. Like that's happened so many times already this year where like the rule is you have to see air between the long snapper and like the defender. So if you're lined up in the A gap, the air between they got to see a little air, a little passageway through. Mm-hmm. But like once the ball snap, they're not allowed to hit us in the head or neck area. Yeah, we get hit in the head or neck. Like it's football. Like you're gonna get hit, and they don't call it majority of the time. But like when they run right over you, like they did, and like they like pushed a guy through,
almost broke his neck.
Yeah, that's like why long snappers from back in the day have neck problems, like chronic neck issues, because you're everything is this. You're getting hit like this.
Right.
So that sucks for Chicago.
What a play, though.
But it's football. Like, what's the NFL going to do? They're going to go apologize to Chicago. We missed the call. And what does that do for Chicago? Absolutely nothing.
Nothing.
Fucking nothing. The game's over. But it was a missed call. And, the rule is you got to have air in there. There was no air in there. So.
What do you do in that situation?
Me? Dude, no, there's physically nothing a long snapper can do. Like, think about it. On a field goal, like, their feet are behind our feet.
Right. You're damn near about to trip regardless.
So, like, if you get pushed back, I got two size 16 feet behind me, and their shins are on my calves. So, like, I can't even, like, step. Like, you've got to really, like, lean forward. Some guys do a tripod technique where they snap, and we talked about it. Remember when they put their fists down?
Right. Yeah.
But dudes, like, this week, like, Myles Garrett would just jump right over you and block the kick like he did against the Giants in week 4, whatever it was. So, you just got to stand up, snap it, and just take it. It sucks. It's part of the dirty job. But
I just want you to tell someone, like, that didn't hurt.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'd be lying if I told them that. Half the time they do that, I'm like, damn, that hurt. I'm like, dog, come on, don't rush like that anymore. See, I'm like, come on, would you chill out? But nah.
Professional conversations.
Seriously, I have full-blown conversations. Like, in the middle of a punt rush, I'm telling a dude, like, he rushed hard. Like, he drove me back, like, whatever. I did my job, got in the way, punt got off, but, like, he drove me back, and in the middle of the rush, like, I heard the punt get blocked. I'm like, all right, good rush. Like, let's go.
Yeah.
Down the field. Like, what are we doing?
Are you able, like, what's the status with, like, Hard Knocks? And then, like, how do they go about, I guess they have executive decisions on who they mic out, because I think one of the funniest dudes, like Christian Wilkins, he plays for the Raiders now, but when he played for the Dolphins,
I saw that.
Oh my God! When he's a comedian. Yeah, he's an absolute comedian. So like, are you able to be like, yo, give me the mic for this? Like,
I don't.
Like, or is that? It's probably
I don't know what I don't know what the rules with Hard Knocks are, but they're there now. I don't think it's starting officially until after this week, next week.
Yeah.
I don't really know the rules. I just know that there's going to be like certain areas where they're allowed to be and not allowed to be, and then everything runs through. Obviously, Mr. Rooney, Coach T, and Omar probably, whatever gets released. So
they got to be doing their research, though. So if they're watching, give this man a mic. So we can literally, I just want to hear him barking at Myles Garrett. And Myles Garrett just grabbing his face mask and be like, you want to do this? You want to do this?
Yeah, I will not be talking shit.
I know.
Talking shit to Myles. I'll actually be telling Myles Garrett, let's take it easy on this rep.
Yeah, that's what we need.
I won't be talking shit to him this week, but... Yeah,
game day today as this thing drops. So
yeah.
How you feeling, man?
We'll be game day, bro. It's short weeks are crazy. Like for us specialists, like it's really not any different because like we're fully recovered and ready to go by Thursday. But some of these dudes that play in the trenches, like they're not fully recovered. No. Like they're out there on Thursday, like hurting still from Sunday. Mm-hmm. So it's like it kind of sucks playing on a Thursday because you just know that everybody's beat up, and it's Thursday night football is a war of attrition. Like whatever team's healthier and like running the football and being more physical, they're going to wear on you and win that game. So, and for us to play in Cleveland, it's kind of nice because it's only an hour away, 2 hours away, whatever it is. And the travels, it's a good time. The travel kind of brings you back to like a high school game, dude. We get on a bus and we go to Cleveland.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool.
It's cool. Like
that is cool. Yeah.
We'll have a little table set up right in the middle for the card games. Yeah, like on the bus. So
I want to see you in the circle before and just keep doing the Jameis Winston. We can eat some dubs.
Eat some W's. Eat some W's. Jameis is he's tough, dude. He threw for like 350 last week.
He's playing well.
Yeah,
he got that LASIK. Yeah. Oh yeah.
He got that LASIK.
Yeah, that's. I swear to God, did you hear about that?
I heard about it.
He threw all those picks and all those touchdowns with no LASIKs. He's like,
wasn't it like the most touchdowns and like also the most
and yards? He was leading in. I think he led in yards that year and touchdowns and picks.
Yeah.
And he said,
think about that, bro.
Yeah,
it's kind of crazy.
It's just it's. Kudos.
He was slinging the hell out of that ball.
Yeah.
But he got LASIK. Like, think about this. That means that what happened was he threw all these touchdowns against somebody blind. Think about that.
Blind.
And the funniest part is, like, imagine that conversation when, like, hey, Jameis, like, you need to test your eyes, bro.
Yeah.
Playing quarterback out here. Keep throwing you
at the
balls.
highest level. Yeah.
I wonder how they figured that out. Like he probably threw it so far off. And they're like, "Where were you?" He's like, "You didn't see it." No. Like they're like, "You got eyes, bro."
Probably in the film room. Like they probably like, "All right, Jameis, like he's probably sitting there like this."
Yeah, and they're like, "Something's up with this guy."
I was wondering the same thing. Like how'd they discover that he needed that?
That's such a Jameis story. Yeah. You know what? Let's run. I love it, dude. Shout out. You always
shout
need
out
that
Jameis.
Guy.
Dude.
Shout out Jameis.
I am a fan of Jameis. I do like Jameis's game. I think he seems like a great person.
Get off Cleveland and come on the pod.
Yeah, he was actually he was actually a teammate of one of my good friends, Juice at Duquesne.
Okay,
like he's a high school teammate of his and like best friends, boys. Yeah, so I'm gonna go up to him and tell him about Juice. See the reaction I get. Yeah, it's Juice's guy.
You two would be a crazy duo.
Crazy
just to hear. My God, I don't even think we need to be a part of that. Just let y'all go.
I would have so many questions for Jameis.
Same.
Like the crab leg shit.
Yeah.
He was probably just hungry as hell in college because back then they probably weren't. He was probably getting paid for his
He got that brown bag treatment. Don't play.
Yeah, bro.
But still, there was probably dudes all over college football stealing food, at least stealing food, trying to get an extra meal. Like
no comment. No comment. No comment.
Trey tip.
All right, Trey.
No comment
in the Zoom. Somebody
no comment. All I'm going to say is that you got to do what you got to do to eat. That's simple.
Trey was stealing chickens.
Facts. I really was, though. You got to understand, though.
Like, what's in your hoodie pocket? Oh, not a rotisserie chicken.
You got to understand, though, Jesse. Like, I'm coming into college. I'm 150 pounds soaking wet.
Yeah, he's trying to bulk up.
I'm trying to bulk up. I'm eating peanut butter and jelly every night. You feel me?
Eating Uncrustable every day.
Oh, every day. I gained 20 pounds in the summer because of Uncrustables.
Dude, I love Uncrustables. You see the stat that there's like 60,000 Uncrustables eaten by NFL teams every week?
That makes sense.
60.
That makes sense.
There's a stat.
Put it on a ticker.
60,000 Uncrustables eaten a week by NFL teams.
It's so crazy. Funny. Y'all got all the money and all the resources in the world. Y'all still eat like children.
Dude, we need to talk about that. You'd be surprised.
I know.
Answer that question, then. How many guys still eat chicken fingers and French fries?
Dude. Yeah. 98%. There's probably
Trey, you were
like
talking about it too. You said the guys eat. They got filet mignons and they're eating chicken fingers with ketchup.
Yeah.
Like God
damn.
Bro, we'll have
the ketchup too.
Yeah, the ketchup. What a
pre-game meals. There's grilled chicken. There's like veggies. There's all kinds of like good food to probably eat, and then there's pizza and like dudes' plates are just stacked with pizza. Brother, when you're a freak show, you're just a freak.
And I love GP, man, but I just got a feeling like he's one of those guys that have the plate stacked with either pizza or chicken fingers chilling. Because he's a menace, bro. I love how he plays.
He seems like a dry chicken finger kind of guy, like no sauce. No
yeah. He's like, I don't need to dip.
GP's definitely a menace. He's a menace. And
He's just funny. Like, just watching him, I can't stop laughing. Because you remember when cartoons used to be like, less words, more just like wild. That's
action.
him, bro.
That is him, dude.
Yeah.
He like those dances that he does, or like the celebrations. You know how he was like going nuts, and he's like,
and then he'll just
he does that shit in practice. Like he'll catch a deep ball. It'll be like 7-on-7. So like he'll catch a deep ball, and who knows if the corner would have made the tackle or not. But like he'll run all the way to the end zone. He'll be against the fence, acting like the, and he'll be like doing like talking to the fence, like like acting like he's talking to the fans and celebrating like. Doing
so he's practicing.
Yeah. He's like doing his shit in practice.
You gotta respect it.
Do you think it's like visualization, or do you think he's just genuinely in his own world?
In his own world, yeah, for sure. And absolute savage, I love it. Oh, for sure. No, in the best way possible.
Yeah.
Like you can't tell that man shit, and I love it. Like he's gonna win every single rep. He's always open, even when he's not. He says it. Like, dude, shout out GP. I love.
I don't think it's visualization. I think it's just him like.
Yeah,
being him,
right?
Chaos.
Yeah.
Like
he's he reminds me of like the Joker, dude.
Literally, literally. His laugh too. Like when you catch him on the side and he's laughing, I'm like, why is that so evil?
Like, I'm like, damn, dude, you're scaring me.
Yeah. It's literally that.
He literally does that. But
can you please get him on this pod?
Bro, that conversation would be so fun.
Because I know how he acts towards you.
Oh, yeah.
I know it's funny.
Well, me and him have a long, outstanding NCAA and Madden series going. And, like, Coach T knows about it. So, like, he'll see me talking to George, and he'll be like, y'all play today? Y'all playing today? I'll be like, no, he's running from me. He'll be like, come on, he can't touch me. Like, he can't, he doesn't know. I'm like, I know where you're running. Like, you run these deep posts with an over, and you just either throw the deep post or you lob it to the over. He's like, you don't know, bro.
You know what I really want to ask him? What his GPA was? Because I feel like he was one of those kids who had ADHD and just made everybody laugh. And then basically, like, the teacher just gave him good grades just to get through school. Because I was one of those kids.
I was just going to say, I feel like you just...
I was one of those kids. I know for a fact...
There was a lot of projection.
I was supposed to... Like, I genuinely believe that Pitt just wanted me out of Pitt. Like, to this day, like, I genuinely believe that Pitt was like, bro, we're tired of this old-ass guy. Can we just get him out of here? So I didn't turn my paper in until, like, 2 weeks after graduation.
I could see GP just getting, like, a 4.0 and then giggling at the teacher about it. Like, when the teacher's like, you're going to fail this class. You're too focused on football. And he's just waving at it like, check this out 100% again.
He's a smart dude, though. He's a smart dude.
I believe that.
He understands football on another level, too. Like, all these dudes are that we had in here, like, even Fehoko, like, he plays interior D-line, and you heard his knowledge of the game. Like, all these dudes are smart dudes. Like,
and you just have to have a different kind of confidence, too, because, like, when you can make plays consistently like he makes, like, you just know you're different.
I love that.
You can move different.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, speaking of, like, football knowledge and making plays and moving like that, did you guys see, like, when we threw him a slant on 3rd and 8?
Bro,
yes. Skipped?
Yeah. But before that, I think that I was going to bring up that, but the safety was coming down, and, like, he, like, as the ball's coming in, I can't make this up, dude, because, like, I'm watching these 3rd downs so intently, like, please get this.
His awareness is crazy,
please
bro.
get this.
Yeah.
He ran this slant. He had Marlon on his back, and he had, like, Kyle Hamilton coming down, like, someone that's going to absolutely fucking rock you. Mm-hmm. And he, like, left the ball to see where the safety was, saw the safety come down about to rock him, located the ball, stuck it back, and then, like, avoided the hit.
Yes.
Like, dude, that is, like, a crazy body control awareness.
You ever watch him in college?
Yeah. Was he doing the same shit? Because I don't really...
Bro, you gotta understand, I really mean this when I say this, bro. I knew he was a freak athlete. When you come back from an ACL tear within a shorter amount of time than what you're supposed to, and you still get 100-something yards of receiving, I don't think people understand how difficult that genuinely is. Like, I had 3 knee surgeries. It takes a full year to mentally believe that knee's going to work. So for that guy to say, you know what, screw it, I'm just that good, and still be that good,
different.
Yeah, and those are Kyle Hamilton and Marlon Humphreys, 2 Pro Bowlers.
All
like, let's not skip out. Like, Marlon Humphrey's been very good for a long time.
Yeah.
Kyle Hamilton is new and very good as well.
Very good.
Like,
very good.
So and the fact that he's so good that he could sit there and toy and be like, I'm gonna let this ball get deeper, because most people are trying to get it at, like, a point of, like, you know, I don't even know, try to get it ahead, right?
Yeah.
But he's letting it go back and letting it all play in. Like, that's a magician, right?
Very smart.
It's crazy.
Even
crazy.
the deep ball to the sideline, like he's so good at like using his body to like slow down the route and just let it drop right in.
Right.
Like waiting.
It's crazy.
Like
It's
waiting.
crazy. Instead of turning and like going up to get it,
Yeah.
like, making the circus catch, like dude, he's becoming more disciplined. I feel like his rookie year, he would have stuck his foot in the ground and tried to moss that dude.
Yeah.
But like
his body controls, like
his energy with Russ seems crazy too.
I love it. I love it.
I mean, I just his energy. Justin was great too, but I just
not a shot at Justin at all.
when he's no, but when he's catching, I don't know, when he's catching these deep balls, like you were right, he's not like he's like using his body, not putting his hands up, and then last second just like
White hands, baby.
You see, like the way he just like bends when he does that is crazy, and then like the whole double left foot tap in the end zone. Like there were people like bashing him, being like, "Oh, like
that's harder to do."
That is
what
hard.
That's exact. I've never seen that in all my years of watching football. Like there's never been anything like that. I don't think people understand how complicated
Like
that
hit
is.
and bounce.
Yeah, bro.
Double
But
tap 1 foot.
They also
insane.
sleep on how strong he is.
Like
He's strong as shit.
Oh yeah,
I could
bro.
never.
He doesn't get. He's so hard to tackle. Like I've never. You would think like a guy that's 6'4" and skinny for being out there
Right.
would be easy to tackle.
Yeah.
He's like probably one of the hardest tackles in the league. He's like jumping over. He's like playing Mario Kart. Wee, like dropping banana, like throw a thing out, like wee, woo, woo, wee. I'm like, dude, what are you doing out there? But like that shit works,
Bro, it's crazy.
It's baffling.
so crazy.
It's baffling, but
that's how you know when you're like that good. When you're able to like manipulate the game that's already impossible to play. When you have it like down that pack this early on in your career, sometimes it takes dudes like a long time to figure that out.
Oh, yeah.
He came into the league like, oh yeah, I'm that guy. And I mean, even with some of the quarterback play we had, prior to, he still managed to put up numbers. Right now, he's number 3 receiver in the league, trending upwards to the number 1, and that's only stat wise. I do think he's the top dog. I don't think anybody has better hands than him. Like he's plain and simple.
He's top dog. We'll see. Cleveland's got a. This week will be this week's going to be tough, dude.
They got some DBs.
Every NFL game's
DBs.
tough, but especially division games, and then going to Cleveland, and Cleveland's DBs
they're good,
bro. They
Denzel
are good.
Ward's really good.
Ward's a stud.
He's really good.
I mean, even all their DBs, Newsom's a stud. They got a good team, and people see their record, and like fans will be like, it's a trap game. Pittsburgh should kill them. Blah blah blah. Those people just don't understand football. Like,
did you guys see the I can't pronounce his name, the linebacker? He's out
for
number
life. 6.
Yeah.
You're talking about the guy from Notre Dame.
Notre Dame kid.
Yeah, he got
bro.
a spinal injury. Like,
I posted something about
terrible.
him.
Like you watch it and like nothing is more terrifying than watching a football game. Like knowing what actually happens on the field and like it's a car accident every single time. He got hit. Like he went to make a tackle like this, and it was a spinal injury. He's done. Like for life.
Did he walk off on his own when it?
No, I didn't. I didn't see the rest of it, but I know it just came out like 1 or 2 days ago that he's done for life. If I'm not mistaken,
I
think
it's so sad.
I think stuff like that happens because they're trying to make too many rules to make it too safe.
Agreed.
And defensive guys are having to pull up and try to make the safest way possible to make the tackle so they don't get fined. Because that's dangerous, bro. Like even like I watch guys at times like when you're watching film or even if you're a receiver. There's times where I know I should have got clipped. Like that should have been an explosion or killed, right? But like even them making that explosion sometimes actually does protect us as the receiver as well. Because like if they let us come down and then they wait for their teammate to come, now you have 2 guys crushing you. It's almost worse.
It happened in what game was that? They flagged them. I don't know if it was last night's game. Someone got absolute. I think it was the Texans versus Cowboys.
Last night.
It was like the 4 o'clock window.
Yeah.
Not last night. I don't.
It was last night.
Well, last night was
last night.
Yeah.
Anyway, so dude, they threw the flag, but they on the replay it was so clean. But same thing happened. They both converged on the tight end. Dude, it was
what
ugly,
do you
but
do?
it was the cleanest hit.
Man.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, it's like it's got to be tough for a defender to like. You're thinking about in a split decision how to hit a guy.
Yeah.
It's hard, bro.
Then you get hurt.
Exactly.
So it's like, what are we doing here?
What did Peyton say? Peyton said, when you're out there thinking about getting hurt, you're going to end up getting hurt.
Yeah, and that's how he got injured.
You know what I mean? So it's like it's hard for guys who, it's the same scenario essentially. If you're out there thinking about how to tackle, you're probably going to miss the tackle or hurt yourself trying to make the
100%.
tackle.
Yeah, y'all don't have time to think. Like
100%.
It's just act and react. Like, and it's just so tough. I'll never forget watching the Shazier thing live. I just remember the uncomfort of that. I don't ever want to see that happen because it is real. Like Damar Hamlin, like watching those things happen, especially if you ever played the sport at any level. You know,
it's,
like I've been ear-holed before by a high schooler, so that's nothing. Now imagine a grown man with fucking 4 kids, you know, a mortgage coming across the line and ready to clock your ass. Like,
I don't think.
How do you prepare?
Yeah, it's impossible to prepare. I don't think guys no one on any team wants to I thought that their returner on one of the punts JP was wrapped around him and then we all kind of converged and hit him in some sort of way and he was on the grass his face was just down on the grass and
Scary.
On the film I was pointing to their sideline
bring somebody.
Yeah, because I didn't know. I was like, is he all right? Is he all right? And then he just got up. But, I don't care who it is. Nobody out there that shit's scary.
Can I be honest with you?
Anybody that gets hurt in anything sucks.
I'm going to be honest with you. The difference between y'all and the Super Bowl 9 team, they didn't anybody.
They didn't care.
Yeah.
They wanted people to get carted off.
They were smoking cigarettes at halftime.
How did you guys, what made you say that? How did you know that they didn't care? Because it's funny you said that because no joke, Mike T says that the 09 team, or was it 09, 08, whatever team it was, they were they started the player safety initiative. They were fucking killing people.
Yeah.
You talking the highlights of Ryan Clark laying out.
I was going to say, nothing is more crazy. That Ryan Clark, first of all, let's just
his
take
hit on
note.
Wes Welker.
Let's just take note that man was knocking out people so hard he was knocking himself out. Process that for a moment.
Yeah.
The level of
imagine
the level of
trauma
trauma
coming across the middle against that defense is just
it was Wes Welker.
The Cleveland game, Debo knocked out
Moss
2 people.
Yeah.
He called McCoy, and then he knocked out
Cribbs,
Cribs, right?
number 11.
Josh Cribbs.
Or no,
It was
Cribbs
Moss and he played for Georgia. It was Moss and No.
Well, he knocked
number
out Cribbs
11.
too
He was
once.
Yeah. Dude, he had he had a count of Cleveland Browns that just were
dead.
Yeah.
Murdered.
Yeah.
Speaking of the Cleveland Browns, and we're playing them this week. It's ironic, and I'll never forget. Was it Joey Porter was fighting Cleveland guys before?
Yeah.
Jamal, he was fighting. It was Jamal Lewis. No, Jamal Lewis played for.
No, that was
Williams.
a long time ago.
No.
He was fighting someone.
It was the running back for the Browns. Yeah.
Yeah, he was fighting somebody, and ironically, he gets kicked out for the game, and that was James Harrison's first start.
Crazy.
And he had 3 sacks.
I thought you were talking about the time where he was a coach and
2
got kicked out for
knockouts.
fighting. Joey Porter Joey Porter also got kicked out for fighting as a coach.
William
though.
Green.
Oh yeah,
That's it.
William Green. Yes, it was.
I'm pretty sure he played for the Steelers too, if I'm not mistaken.
William Green?
Yeah.
No, I don't think.
I'm
Yeah,
thinking of a different guy.
But yeah, those guys, different eras, but I mean,
So different.
Still same great football, but fuck, they were trying to kill people. Yeah. Speaking of killing people, what did
Good transition.
I'm transitioning here because I this is on my mind. Did we watch the Jake Paul fight? Paul Tyson? Bro, did that piss you off like it pissed me off?
Yeah.
Well, did the fight before that piss you off?
That fight was crazy.
Rigged.
Yeah.
Wait, you talking about the girls?
The girl fight, that was rigged.
Yeah, bro. That was crazy.
With the
Katie Taylor and Serrano.
You see the first time they fought?
Yeah, it was the same thing.
Yeah, they went and just threw hands.
Bro.
Dude, they were nonstop. And that gash was crazy.
So Roy Jones Jr. is a big Steeler fan. He was at the game and at the hotel the night before, and I got the chance to talk to him Sunday before the game, and he was broadcasting for Netflix on Saturday night in Dallas. So I asked him, I'm like, Roy, what is up with that girl fight? It looked like she was headbutting her. Was that
she was?
Yeah,
she was.
But he straight up told me, he goes, that's Katie Taylor. He goes,
that's how she fights.
He goes, that's how she fights. She's balls to the walls. She leads with her head. That's just how she fights.
Did you see the other girl?
Or is it just a
it is
technique?
No, it is dirty. It's something that most fighters personally they don't like.
They don't like, but you
could do it. You could do it. But with the one thing that you notice is the fact that it wasn't just Katie Taylor was whooping this woman's ass. The woman she was fighting was throwing bombs. I'm talking bombs, bro. Like,
that fight was crazy.
They were both throwing heat. And to be honest with you, I think that was the better fight of the night, if not the best fight of the night.
For sure.
For
sure.
Tyson wasn't really a fight.
Tyson and Paul, like.
It was a money grab, dude. I hate to just, like, go with, like, what everybody's saying. I get it, too. What, Tyson got paid $20 million, Paul got 40 or 60. I get it.
But I just want him to fight one actual fighter.
Just come on.
One.
Yeah.
And he will. You see Arthur Betterbeef called him out. Canelo called him out. He's going to get someone real here.
No, he's gonna. They already have it lined up. He's gonna fight the streamer I Show Speed. Like,
oh my god,
that's the next one that they're already
10 million per.
Those two will probably. They'll probably get like 40 million each, both of them.
We need to get you on there.
How much for you to fight?
For me to fight him?
Who you fighting? Oh fighting Paul. How much did you need? Right.
Dude, if they're paying me $20 million, I'd let them knock me out twice. Pick me up, knock me out again.
All right, you got it.
Jump out the goddamn ring.
Yeah. Pick me up and get me knocked out again. I don't care, bro. The boxing money is crazy, but it is. I think one of the most fixed sports. I think it is the most fixed sport in the world. Like, you don't think boxers are like, all right, you beat me the first time, I beat you the second time, so we have a trilogy, and we'll make $100 million each.
Of course,
book it. And I'll lose the first one. You lose the second one?
Yeah.
Deal.
Yeah.
There is one fighter, though, that I could say for sure I know had not did that, and I respect this fighter a lot, and his name's Triple G. The first time that him and Canelo fought, he's one of those guys who's a knockout artist, known to knock out people, but he has standards and he has morals. There's times where Canelo fell off of his feet, and he was like, nah, I'm not hitting him until he gets up.
I do like Triple G, bro. Those fights, him and Canelo, those Canelo fights were the best boxing fights, I do respect that. And then the UFC fight that was Saturday. Did you guys? I didn't get a chance to watch. I went to bed.
I did.
How was that?
Gosh. I can't say John Jones.
Did he look good?
Yes.
He did?
But Miocic did look good as well. But John Jones is just genuinely in a league of his own in terms of his era and his class. I think it would be stupid for him to fight anybody younger than him right now.
Aspinall, you think it's stupid?
I think it would be dumb for one reason. Is because, like, ultimately, bro, you already have an amazing career. And then on top of that, you can go in here and fight these young cats if you want to. But I'm telling you, Tom Aspinall's fast. It's not even necessary that he can't beat him. He'll probably take him to the ground, to be honest with you. But, like, Aspinall's he's not a chump. And then Alex Pereira, if you think you just jumping in the ring with Alex Pereira and not getting kicked and slapped silly, you're tripping. So, like, I think he'll do these fights. But there's going to come a time within the next 2-3 fights he's going to have to just, I did my thing. I'm the GOAT. I'm going to leave it at that. Or you're putting your reputation on the line, bro. And injuries are a real thing, bro. Like, I don't care how good you are. Your ligaments can only last so long.
Yeah, but every fighter goes out
on their shield.
Yeah.
You see his last fight? He broke his toe and the shit went this way. Like, I'm talking about broke it through the skin.
Oh.
Yes, bro. That's why I said he's in a league of his own.
How was the Oliveira-Chandler fight?
Chandler, unfortunately, ran out of gas, is how I like to think about it. And the only reason why I say he ran out of gas is because I can't even say his name right.
Oliveira.
What he does really well, people don't understand. Like, and then later in part of his career, he started knocking people out, started doing a lot of those things. But he's a ground guy.
Yeah, he's like rolling around, like, jumping on people's backs.
Bro, he's a snake. If you watch him, bro, he'll climb around your body. And tire you out. All he did to Chandler towards the end of the fight was Chandler picked him up, slammed him again, picked him up, slammed him again, and then he held on. If we're being honest, he just held on and then put him down. And that's really what it comes down to, bro. Like, MMA is so different from boxing because boxing, I'm only worried about your hands. I'm not really worried about what you're going to do with your legs or you're going to tackle me or you're going to choke me out. Like, I'm not worried about none of that. Just show me your hands. But in MMA, bro, it's real life. Anybody can go to sleep or anybody can get caught. Because if you're just a better wrestler and you can't stand on your feet, you can just lay on me.
Yeah.
It's just how it goes, bro. That's why I got a little bit more respect in terms of fighting for MMA fighters because they do it for less money, a lot less money, right? And you got more to worry about.
Speaking of that, I do, I'm a fan of Jake Paul, dude. Like, he's a straight businessman moneymaker. You can't hate that dude.
He's
like,
the greatest marketer of all time.
He's the greatest marketer of all time. And for what he's done for the sports.
Help the sport.
Bro, that's big time shit what he's done. And
he should be a promoter.
Yeah. If he was a promoter, he could start, I'm no joke, he could start his own boxing league or he could start his own UFC league and
make money.
He might, He'd
probably do it better than.
That's what I'm saying. Dana White might be selling the UFC to him, or some shit like that, and calling the Paul fight. But I don't know. To see Tyson,
That hurt.
60.
Yeah, it was rough.
58 years old.
He looked slow.
Yeah, he's 58. Like, it's crazy like that he was even in there. And he looked in shape, too. I still wouldn't want to fight that dude.
Bro, I still don't care. I'm telling you right now, I'm not jumping in the ring with Mike Tyson. And here's the thing. There's a couple things where I could tell that he didn't throw. There's certain things that, like, Mike Tyson throws. Like, if you like watching boxing and that's your thing.
I just saw that.
You know his combinations. You watch his combinations. You can even watch him work out half of the time. And he's throwing the same combinations he's thrown his whole fucking life.
Yeah.
And he didn't throw not one of them. It makes sense, though, because, like, if it is your own promotion and it's Jake Paul's promotion, I'm not going to sleep either. What? You're not knocking me out of my promotion. It's not going to happen.
Right.
This is not going to happen.
It did look like he got, like, he was a little wobbly at one point. He caught Jake with one or two that, like, looked like Jake was like, holy shit.
He stuck him in the neck that one time. I don't know if you saw that.
Yeah, I saw that. And even like, Roy Jones, I talked to Roy because Roy was the fight before Jake. He fought Tyson in that, like, exhibition where they came back. And he said that dude still got cinder block wrists. Or cinder block fists. Yeah, not wrists. Wrists, too. But
yeah. I agree with you, bro. I got respect for Paul because he also gave respect to the king.
He did, yeah, and he's done a lot for that. Both sports, both combat sports. These guys got benefits now; they're getting paid like a little bit at least. Before they were just out there bashing their head off the fucking canvas and not getting shit.
Bro, it's sad,
It's just crazy, dude.
Yeah,
it's really sad.
He's definitely like, you know, he might not do the sport the way like the OGs would love to for it to be seen, but he's training like he's definitely like doubled his size like from what he looked like years ago. Like he looks
built himself into a legit boxer.
Right.
He just has to fight somebody that's a legit boxer, and people will respect everything that he's done.
Yeah,
that's all it's going to take.
I agree. Even if he gets knocked out by a legit boxer, I'll still respect him.
Yeah.
But he will.
Still hard to do that. Like that's, I mean,
yeah.
I'm not trying to step into that ring with some of those guys, and even with the guys that aren't actual boxers, like some
Tommy
of them
Fury.
Yes,
I
that's what I mean.
Tommy Fury would knock us all out.
Right.
There's a lot of normal people out
that will knock you the hell out.
Yeah.
We had some on our podcast.
If you've done no, I don't even mean those people have been in. I'm saying like there's
a regular
people at Walmart that I'm like I don't want to
for sure.
I don't want to fight that guy. I don't want those hands. No, you're right.
Yeah, it takes a lot to just like step into a ring and be like, all right, we're gonna go to war here for a little bit. Whether somebody lets on the gas a little bit or the brakes, you know, like it's still commend.
The fact that they sold out AT&T,
that's pretty cool.
I mean,
that's a great way to retire too. If I'm Mike Tyson, bro, I just made $100 million. I'm going home. In his case, I'm getting fried.
It's almost like a send out for them.
100%.
Like it's like you know Kobe had his like farewell tour.
Yeah.
It's almost like that for these like legends to come back in the ring one more time, feel it one more time. Like, hey, we're not going to knock each other out
and get $20 million,
bro.
Shit ton of money.
He's living his life, bro. Go live on a beach for all I care, bro.
No, you can't hate.
No,
you can't.
But hey.
I did want to see like just that flip switch, like the switch flip.
Just one time.
He just like almost goes into MMA with this dude and just starts beating him down.
Did you see him biting his glove?
Yeah.
Did you also see his ass cheeks out?
Was
that what you're about to ask, Vinny? Did you hear the announcer, the female announcer? She was like, okay, I think she's from London. She was like, we didn't need to see all that. Like, we didn't need to see Tyson's ass.
Double cheeked
up. Like, they didn't even care, though.
Let me ask you this question. So you seen Katie Taylor and that other lady fight, right?
Yeah.
You think if you put the headgear on, you could jump in there?
No, none of us.
All of us. Both of those chicks are killing me. Yeah. I'm dead ass, bro. They weigh what? They were fighting at what? 137?
Yeah.
So they probably walk around at like 150?
Yeah.
Probably more? Yeah, they're cooking me.
She'd beat the shit out of all four of us.
All four of us together.
Don't even, these are trained killers.
She'd hit me with like 3 punches.
You'd be like a punching bag. Like,
those are trained. Those two are trained killers.
Yeah,
for sure.
I'm not. Yeah, they'd fuck us up.
Funny as
boys.
hell, dude.
I think this is great. Keep this short and sweet. Anything else? Wrapping up, heading into Cleveland. This pod's dropping on Thursday. What do we got? What's your predictions?
I think it's going to be a close one. I think it's going to be a burner. I know both teams are tired, so like you said, it's going to be the battle of the grit. Who wants it more?
All right, give me your score final.
See, I want to go in the 20 range so bad, but like y'all just be Y'all kill me, bro.
It's supposed to be rainy and windy.
Oh, I'm saying 16 to no, I'm gonna say 21 to like 14 or 17-14.
17-14 Steelers?
Yeah.
Vinny.
27-13 Steelers.
Okay. All right, Jess?
I'm going to say 19-16 Steelers.
All right, we got to remember these.
Yeah.
Playing back.
Yeah.
If whoever's the closest, what happens?
You have to fight Mike Tyson.
You have to fight Mike Tyson. You have to fight Mike Tyson in his assless chaps.
Yeah.
That he was wearing.
Hold on, nah, bro. Is this a street fight or is this like a boxing fight? Because if you fight him in his assless chaps and you get knocked out, that's a sad story, bud. That's a sad
Cheeks
story.
up.
That's a sad story.
You guys watch WWF? WWE back in the day,
no, I
Rashiki?
didn't.
Oh, yeah. Rashiki.
That's basically what he was wearing.
That is what he was wearing.
There was a guy that did that? Like, that was his thing?
Oh, dude. It was his finishing move. Was he would put your head in the corner of the ring and just rub his ass in your face.
He would literally sit on your face.
Oh, my God.
I remember going nuts. If you get like Vince McMahon down there, he'd be like, yeah! Get him! Dude, Vince would sell it so good, too. He'd be like,
Vince McMahon was the first person to literally trick himself out for money because the amount of times I watched this man get beat up and have like disgusting things happen to him for the sake of the entertainment.
Yeah.
Hey.
Crazy.
He did it.
He did it.
Man, he did it. Well, that wraps up season 1, episode 19 with the boys. Like, share, subscribe, repost. Steeler predictions are out on these guys. I'm not going to give my prediction. Just snap the ball. We'll see you next time.